There was 7 years difference between Mike and I. When he was first born, I was kind of like his little mommy and took care of him. I want to say like about 4 years old, and we had friends that lived over in Taylor's Falls, and the dad was in the Minnesota State Patrol. And Mike wanted to be like him. So I mean, from a very young age, he wanted to be in law enforcement.
Mike was just a lot of fun. He was his own person. He was just an adventurous person. He took on things, he had great relationships, and it was just fun to watch him be a human being. But when we were looking through his records after Mike died, we found an essay that he wrote, and it was titled Police. In that essay, he talked about his desire to be in law enforcement. And just as an interesting, ironic turn, he said in it, "I know police officers lose their lives, but this is something that I want to give my life to."
On April 19th of 1991, I had just shown up for work, and I worked at Burnett County Sheriff's Department as a 911 dispatcher and a corrections officer. I had just come into work and the phone rang. For some reason, our chief deputy was in there, and he told me Mike had been shot and he was in critical condition and was being life flighted to North Memorial, and another officer had died. The doctor came in and told my dad that the chances of Mike's survival were really not good. So my dad was just gonna donate organs, and we were gonna just let Mike go. And my brother Mark called from Milwaukee and said, "Wait a minute, we don't need to make this decision. We need to just wait, let's see what happens."
The ER doctor that was there said, you know, if he was my son, I would just let him go. It was just a real dark picture that he painted. And Mark just said, I believe that we should let God be God.
It just felt to me like if Mike's going to be taken from us, God will do that. But let's just simply give him a chance. Mike's in God's hands, and if Mike's life's going to end, it will. But let's not just preempt that by a decision to just say it's over.
I think a lot of the strength that Mike showed was apparent when he got to Craig. I think that Craig helped him to see that life wasn't over, that he had a lot to offer. They told him not to look at the hundreds of things that you couldn't do, but to look at the things that you still could do.
You know, the family believed, and Mike believed, that God had a plan, and it was a good plan, even though it was very difficult.
I don't know that I know when Mike's focus shifted into mentoring and helping. I think that kind of just came about because of the Sheriff's Department. So Mike traveled around a lot to different schools. But I did go one time, and he said, "You think that you can go through life and make decisions and those don't affect anybody." And he said, "I'm here to tell you I'm in this chair today because somebody made bad decisions." And I think that was really important for people to realize.
There were times when I would walk into the hospital room, or afterwards just come and visit Mike and think, I'm going to just spend some time with Mike and try to just encourage him. And invariably, I would leave more encouraged myself. He was just that kind of a person. I don't know if Mike knew the impact he was having or not. I don't know that he knew his impact, and I'm not even sure that that's what motivated him. He just wanted to do things that help people.
This changed Michael in a lot of ways, and probably the whole family. So I think a lot of the strength came from Mike's personality, because he just found a way to enjoy life.
Mike was a very humble man. He didn't want the attention. He didn't realize how much of an impact he had on people. People don't think that their actions matter, but they do. And Mike's an example of that.
The story that what Mike did. Mike was shot by a guy that had a gun and was walking towards an elementary school. He essentially saved the lives of all the kids in that school. And I think it's important for people to understand that and to know the type of person that Mike was, not only before he was shot, but who he continued to be afterwards.
The impact that Mike's had on people's lives, I think. I mean, that's always the piece, right? It's how does this person impact humanity in other people? And that's the thing that I'm really, really grateful for. Mike impacts me. I mean, my perspective on the way to live life is different because of the way I saw Mike live his life. I don't think there are any of us that would say anything different than that.
I'm proud of Mike and what he did. I'm just glad he's going to be remembered, and that's just a really cool way.